Oof. Effortless roller here. It is raining right now. This is the Lime kit, the Lime team. Oh yeah. First time flying in the rain. Starting to get their kitting together. I am liking what they're doing so far. Now this is a super mix kit. There's some Higgins, some Reeds, some Dave Goss, some DC. What else is in there? Some Polona birds in here too. And it's kind of a mixed kit. Again, this is not my kit, but you know, I was willing to fly it out for a good friend of mine. And you know, for y'all birds, man, they're starting to do it. They're starting to do it, man. Look at that. Starting to sync up. And they've been flying like this for, jeez, maybe like 8 minutes or so. It was starting to rain, so I was trying to close everything up. And look at them go, man. Look at them go. You know, I was getting a little frustrated with this kit, tell the truth. But then they started coming in together. It's probably their like 11th day here. And, you know, they just wanted to pull all sorts of direction. And to the guys who are new, flying a kit of mixed families take time. You know, I always say that. And when they're young birds like this, you know, like kidding, they don't take that long. But when they start coming into the role, that's when you're gonna start seeing a lot of issues with the birds. And then of course when they get to 6 months, which is full sexual maturity, you know, they're gonna be reacting a little different again. So, you know, it is what it is. You try to do your best to make sure you maintain them to the best of their abilities. And like I said, you know, I'm putting the birds up and it's a light drizzle, so I'm not too worried about it. But hopefully nothing picks up. The goal was just to hurry up and get them up and see what they would do. They're starting to travel. Now, go back to that. I noticed that when I used to fly, okay, this is my experience. When I used to fly, the Higgins, Reed, Dave Goss birds, they always traveled. Okay, they always traveled. They'll go east, then one day they'll go west. The next day they'll go, you know, north, south. No particular order, but they will do that, and then eventually they just stop. You know, they're learning their place and whatnot. So, you know, I noticed that certain families will do it, certain families won't. But from my experience, when I flew them for 7 years, my young birds traveled. And so I don't get freaked out. I don't get freaked out when they disappear for a minute. You know, I feel like, honestly, their homing instinct kicks in a lot better too, because, you know, they're learning their area, and it kind of, my losses get less. Now, when I first started, my birds didn't travel, so it wasn't until maybe like the 4th year of flying them that my birds started to travel. So I don't know if genetically I started selecting for it or not, but 4 years after I got my first birds in 2005-ish, I noticed that after 4 years, so 2009, 10, my kids started to travel a lot. And once they traveled and they came back, they were good. I mean, I rarely lost any birds after that, other than to the bird of praise. But yeah, guys, I'm kind of hiding underneath the gutter here because it's raining here, as you can see. Um, and you know, like when I remember the first time, the first year it happened, I kind of freaked out. Like the kid just disappeared. I mean, it was gone. Um, and I was freaked out about it. And you know, that's the thing about flying a lot of different families together is you don't know what traits are coming from which birds. Which ones are pulling the kid out, which one's pulling the kid up. But you know, as a kid that I'm just gonna put up and try my best to fly it out for my buddy. I'm gonna give him, you know, the best chance they got, you know, and that's putting them up, enjoying them up. Um, you know, what they're doing right now, I am happy with. Look at that. Look at that. 32 birds in this kit, and they're starting to come together. So I am very happy with it. Um, you know, diet goes a long way too. Um, you know, certain family you could feed straight wheat. Certain families will crash and burn. I know I've always said my DC family, you fly them with straight wheat, they're gonna crash and burn for you. You know, they're not gonna lift. They're not gonna do much for you, but it's up to you guys. You know, like everybody does it a little different. Everybody likes a little different traits and genes. Some people care more about, you know, fly patterns, like I've been talking about. Other people don't give a dang. Um, I don't really care as long as the bird fly time. But I mean, look at them, man. These are young birds. You know, there's some of them that were just weaned for 6 days now total. You know, coming out the nest. That's what I'm talking about. And well, at least coming from the breeder loft into the kit box, 6 days. So yeah, guys, you know, like I'm not too strict about my birds or my training method. I just want to see them do this, and this is the first step that tells me that either I'm doing something right or the bird's got something good about them. Let me try to move away. Alrighty. Yeah, but look at that. And some of them starting to drop too. So, as you can see, man, my birds are doing good. I'm happy with them. Um, Light drizzle going on here. I might get my camera wet here soon, but guys, I just kind of want to show you what the birds are doing. Um, they've slowed down their wing beat. They're not flying fast like they used to or earlier. And that's what you want to see in young birds, you know. When the sky's calm, a little bit of rain. I guess if the guys in England are doing it, I could start doing it too, right? And Chakan Loft went out there, and I watched the video of him and George Mason outside with their raincoats on, and they got a little slight breeze and whatnot. And they say that was the most best condition for flying birds. So I say, you know what? That looks like what we got right now. So let's go out there and toss them up. So that's what I'm doing. Copycat, right? Copycat. But seriously, you know, just trying to enjoy them in all types of weather. But man, look at that. And yeah, my DC family never really traveled, but I never really lost any birds when I flew my DC birds too. So their homing instincts were good. But you know, certain families will travel and get lost, and some of them are pretty common to get lost, you know. But everybody does it different. Everybody select differently. But yeah, guys, I just want to record. Look at that. Oh, geez, 8 minutes plus the 9 minutes now. They've been kidding. So that's what I want to see. That's what I like seeing. And I'm happy with the results so far. They were starting to have me question them because, you know, but the landing coming down is what usually breaks them apart. Some will be ready to come down, some are not. So, yeah, guys, we'll see what these birds can do. We will see what these birds can do. So far, as long as they fly time, that's all I want. As long as they fly time. It seems like they made time, because 8 plus 10 minutes now, 18 minutes. Alrighty. Alright, F4LESS roller, we out.